Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I wholeheartedly agree that if we want a bright and sustainable future for our children and their children, as educators we must build students' dispositions, values, skills and attitudes towards critical sustainability issues. Sustainability is one of the 3 cross-curriculum priorities in the Australian curriculum. Today we will explain what sustainability is about and how it is embedded into a science unit by utilising the Year 1 Schoolyard Safari Primary Connections unit. We will also consider the pedagogical approaches and assessment strategies when teaching primary science. The Primary Connections Unit, Schoolyard Safari, investigates small species exploring their unique features, behaviour and habitats. Here, students are becoming aware of the world around them, as well as developing an appreciation for the Earth's biosphere, setting up students' ability to participate critically in sustainability action. Sustainability is a hot topic today and means to preserve our current and future generations' needs by effective decision-making now. Our seas are evaporating, wildlife populations are decreasing, there are billions of tonnes of plastic on the ocean floor, and people are starving when there is enough food production for the world's population. These environmental, social and economical challenges have created a need for a holistic solution that builds critical thinking and creative action of these issues. Thus, the inclusion of sustainability is a cross-curriculum priority where students investigate and understand chemical, biological, physical and earth and space systems. Sustainability within the Australian curriculum aims to connect and link content across all learning areas. The objective through education is that students will develop awareness, understanding and skills to ensure future prosperity by creating healthy, sustainable patterns of living. The 3 concepts underpinning sustainability in the curriculum are concepts of systems, worldviews and futures. Throughout the Schoolyard Safari unit, students are exposed to life systems and are encouraged to discuss sustainability action programs such as earthworm farms, which exposes children to the affordances of a real-life healthy ecosystem. The science curriculum comprises of 3 strands: science understanding, science as a human endeavour and science inquiry skills. These elements work collaboratively to teach students a scientific view of the world. Creating science understanding in this Year 1 unit can be seen through classifying living insects by their features, needs and habitats. Science as a human endeavour is evident through students asking questions, describing changes and learning to look after the environment. And lastly, science inquiry skills is embedded in each lesson as students explore, investigate, collect and evaluate insects and their usefulness to the world around us. There are a range of pedagogical approaches that address inquiry-based learning. The 5 E's is an instructional model created by Richard Bybee in 1997. This student-centred approach encompasses 5 phases of learning, which are engage, explore, explain, elaborate and evaluate. The Schoolyard Safari unit utilises the 5 E's as a student-centred approach to learning. For example, in Lesson 1, the Engage and Explore phase is evident as students' interest is captured by generating their own ideas based on prior knowledge about small animals, as well as role play to show the behaviour of such animals. Piaget's constructivism and Vygotsky's socio-cultural approach are evident throughout science inquiry as students seek to create new knowledge by using prior experience. The lesson flows from teacher-centred to student-centred, allowing explicit teaching time and the ability to learn by relevant, hands-on, shared experiences and role play. There are 3 types of assessment that are ongoing to allow teachers to monitor students' progress and to provide timely feedback. They include diagnostic assessment, a tool for teachers to assess prior knowledge, formative, giving feedback and monitoring students' progress, and summative, where valuable evidence is collected. There are 3 cross-curriculum priorities within the Australian curriculum, and it is imperative that these priorities are planned for when preparing a science unit. These priorities are sustainability as discussed, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander histories and cultures, and Asia and Australia's engagement with Asia. At the time of settlement, Indigenous Australians were the oldest living culture in existence with their own unique and complex systems. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders have a strong connection to the land, and this relationship meant Indigenous people were careful and respectful of the natural life cycles of animals and plants, only harvesting what was required to sustain themselves. The Year 1 unit builds students' understanding of the complexity of Earth's ecological system from both a scientific and Indigenous perspective. In Lesson 2, Indigenous terminology is provided, as well as where the insect is found and how it is dug up. Further links and pedagogical ideas are given to deepen students' knowledge and understanding. This unit provides an Indigenous perspective for each lesson that directly relates to the scientific content. I believe that by embedding Indigenous perspectives into the unit will provide relevance and deepen knowledge and understanding for both Indigenous and non-Indigenous students, but also work to engage in reconciliation, respect and recognition of this rich culture. Asia and Australia's engagement with Asia is not included in this unit. Considering Asia houses 2/3 of the world's population, it would be prudent to ensure this priority is considered in future science units. Education's goal is to create citizens that are active and informed, accepting differences in belief systems. This leaves me with a question: how can this cross-curriculum priority be embedded into this unit? Just like the Indigenous perspectives, I believe Asian perspectives can also be considered, including what their environments look like, terminology, and key Asian community members as a resource, all of which will enhance the understanding and relationship between Australia and Asia. Just as Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Effective teaching and learning of sustainability concepts and issues will develop students' intrinsic framework, building their capacity, skills, values and attitudes for future decision making regarding sustainability. Thank you for listening.